Kirsche situation is genuinely hilarious by Rev. All right, let's see this.
Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So I don't think there's anything more satisfying when it comes to the coverage of content creators than seeing an individual who engages in cancel culture and life ruination campaigns having a sense of karmatic justice inflicted upon them.
Wait,
We have
is
an
this about
individual
anal
who's
violence?
trying to ruin the lives of others finally get that sort of energy directed back to them by the same people they were trying to impress just months ago. So that's what's going on in today's video. It is a bit of an update on the journalist slash VTuber Anna Valens, who many of you might recognize for some unfortunate reasons. Last year we covered.
If you don't know about the story of Anna Valens, it's actually really quite fascinating. And like, I know you guys are going to be like, ew, but it's actually interesting. I actually think there's value in reading it. And this is all stuff. This isn't like doxed information or anything like that. This is all stuff that Anna Valens posted themselves. So like, I highly recommend it. If you want, I can show you it. It's on Basecamp. There's this one here, Life of a Cenobite. This is so freaking interesting. It goes into all of Anna Valens's like own personal accounts of their life. And like you can see like all of the stories that Anna Valens, it says about themselves, by the way. So like all of it is like about themselves from like, you know, their own point of view. So you can tell that none of it about their own specific actions and their own specific treatment is at least fabricated, right? It is true to like it's true to like their own perception of what happened, which is really, really interesting. And like maybe we should just watch it. Like, do you guys want to watch it sometime?
Covered Anna Valens multiple times because they made 3 hit pieces on the VTuber Kirsche, not only trying to label her as a bigot and a Nazi, but
yeah, which is
labeling
all
her
awful
fans
stuff, by the way. And like, of course, like if there was ever a thing about me having to be like, whose side am I on? Freaking Anna Valens or Kirsche? Obviously, I'm on Kirsche's side like every single time, right? Also, I just wanted to say, by the way, thank you so much, Winston, the e-girl respecter, for the sub.
Same. Also, during this whole campaign, they were trying to engage in life ruination, trying to get Kirsche's sponsors to be pulled.
Yeah.
That, of course, failed, and ultimately the 3 articles on Vice were pulled, and all the people engaging in this ridiculous campaign look quite embarrassing to this day and really showed their true colors. But now, a lot of the people that were impressed by these articles, including the insane people over at Blue Sky, are now turning on Anna Valens, basically eating their own. Now, ironically enough, calling Anna Valens a Nazi and even going as far as to say that Anna Valens is a Kirsche fan. Yes, the irony is palpable, ladies and gentlemen. Now, of course, this whole thing started with a life ruination campaign targeting a sponsor, but speaking of sponsors, ladies and gentlemen, we have just over 24 hours left on the official Rev plushie campaign. This Uwu Market campaign is coming to a close very soon. Here's your complimentary 360 view of my plushie. As you can see, we're near 400% funding as we close things out here. All support on this campaign has been greatly appreciated. And if you want to help out the channel and this campaign and future campaigns as well, please check out the link to this page in the pinned comment. Do not miss out on your opportunity to get this. This is a limited time campaign and will not be returning. So please go ahead and show your support if you are interested. It is greatly.
I'm actually glad though that Uwu Market is getting in the business of doing this, because like this is great for really sticking it back to makeshift. Honestly, Uwu Market has been, I'm telling you guys right now, Uwu Market has been 100% cool to me. Like, haven't ever done anything, haven't even questioned a single thing that I've done. Never heard from them ever with any sort of, well, I have some concerns. I haven't heard any of that from Uwu Market, so highly recommend.
Appreciated. So let's get back to the content for today. So I'm sure most of you have heard of the VTuber Kirsche at some point. She was the fixation of the journalist slash VTuber Anna Valens for quite some time. And it all started with articles like this back in 2025.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thanks for supporting our Made in America stuff. I really appreciate it. Also, by the way, you should check out their website in general. Like, they have a lot of cool stuff on there.
One of 3 articles posted to Vice about Kirsche by Anna Valens, and as you can see, quite the inflammatory description of Kirsche, where the entire goal was to label her and her fans as Nazis and to get Kirsche's sponsors pulled. Also, I'll never understand why of all the artwork pulled for Kirsche, you get the one that goes as hard as this one. But anyways, eventually, to make a long story short,
probably to like link
the
it
three
to Trump
articles were removed by Vice after threats of legal action.
Yo, Chad, I was in that article. Did you guys see? I was in that article. They had Leaflit in there. They had me in there as like the racist VTuber.
By Kirsche, of course. And, well, this would cause a spiral on social media where a lot of the Looney Tunes over at Blue Sky and on Twitter as well were trying to stand up for Anna Valens. In fact, you had hashtags like this, hashtag I stand with Anna Valens. And of course, the totally...
Dude, this was really weird. Did you guys know about the Fall Guys thing? You guys know about the Fall Guys debacle? But allegedly, Anna Valens used a vibrator controller, like put inside of themselves, and then made it so any time they bumped into somebody in Fall Guys, it would go off, which is just weird, man.
Same people you can see supporting that, but ultimately, as pointed out...
The reason it's weird is because it's like, basically, there's a lot of people playing that game that don't want to really get involved in your sexual gratification, so it's just weird.
Here, if you want to pick a side, well...
It's a little bit violating.
Are you really picking a side with someone like Anna Valens, who wrote this infamous article back in 2020 that they seem to never want to address, or any of the supporters want to address?
I think it would have been better if they just never told anyone about it, because then nobody's really affected by it. But it's just
where they hooked up an adult toy to themselves and then played Fall Guys, where essentially if they ever made contact with another player, it would activate their toy, giving them gratification. And in case you're confused here, they are playing a game predominantly played by children, and basically, without consent, forcing those around them in the game to engage in this activity, which of course includes children. And this is the person now who is the moral arbiter of what's allowed in the VTubing scene and is trying to get people's sponsors. Now, things would turn even worse for Anna Valens, because even the wackadoos on places like Reddit and Blue Sky would start to turn on them eventually, because of many different reasons, but because of one, they made an article, basically a puff piece about Pippa, which is very odd. And in the article, basically, Anna Valens professes that they're a big fan of Pippa, and they label Pippa as edgy and a sort of shock jock. And I guess that upset all the people on Blue Sky, who now considered Anna Valens a traitor. And then, also, speaking of life ruination, Anna Valens would try to get multiple sponsorships. And as you can see, to the chagrin of people on Reddit, they were swiftly removed after people alerted waifu wares of their long history of behavior. But the big focus for today is Blue Sky, the insane asylum of the internet. I mean, there's a lot of dark, disturbing areas on the internet. Almost every social media platform has a bunch of wackadoos on it right out in the open, but Blue Sky is like a concentrated dose of the craziest people. And as pointed out here, Anna Valens is not having a good time in his socialist hug box. And you can see some of these screenshots here. This person saying, Anna Valens coming back to Blue Sky to harass and demean indie VTubers, just block and move on at this point. And ironically enough, the post was about VTweeters, saying VTweeters are super common in indie VTubing. A ton of VTubers have a persona, artwork, posts, and not much else. Cannot stress enough how common, in quotes, I laid out my Twitch, but I haven't started streaming yet, end quote, is it's so common that we have a derogatory term for it, VTweeter. And the funny thing is, Anna's is not even wrong here, okay?
I was about to say that. I was about to say, Anna's not wrong, though.
It's not a wrong description of VTweeters, and I use it as an insult, okay? There's a big VTweeting problem when it comes to the Western side of the VTubing scene. VTweeters tend to be the most insufferable individuals. The same type of people who routinely engage in cancellation campaigns, life ruination campaigns, just like the ones that Anna Valens started against people like Kirsche. So it is a bit ironic to see them talking about this sort of stuff, because VTweeters ideologically align pretty well with people like Anna Valens. But you can see More posts here. Anna is posting screenshots of my account on the Nazi bar. Yes, that is their name for Twitter. But continuing on, this user says, literally putting targets on other trans people's backs for a sarcastic post saying Kirsche was your comfort streamer. Nice move, Anna. And people down here saying, I'm sorry you're getting any flack for this. It's absolutely vile behavior. This whole situation sounds crazy. I'm going to distance myself from Anna. Anna is a see you next Tuesday and a coward.
This is the problem when you're... Dude, why would you want to be a part of these communities? Like, why would you want to? Like, when the entire social ladder is climbed by basically destroying everyone around you. Like, the best way to gain any sort of social clout is to fuck someone else over and drag them down and then, like, take their spot. Right? The entire thing is based on clout. Is based on clout of destroying other people. I would feel so uncomfortable if I was, like, a member of these communities. Like, just everyone would be trying to destroy you. It's crazy.
Now look at the individuals doing this. Like, doesn't it all make sense? This is the exact rhetoric that Anna Valens and their ilk have been spreading since the whole Ruination campaign began against Kirsche. Recently, this user saying, hey chat, you can commission me for the same price instead of buying the Nazi drink powder, referring to gamer subs, which was the targets of the cancellation campaign against Kirsche. They're trying to get her gamer subs sponsorship pulled, and you can see this person not only labeling it as the Nazi drink powder, which is right exactly in the sort of rhetoric that Anna Valens was spreading last year, but also this person is opportunistic in using it as an opportunity to try to get their commissions filled up. Now, good luck with that. But anyways, going back to the thread here, there's another post saying, I'm so sorry to that previous individual. She's a turncoat and a Nazi. Please do everything you need to protect yourself above all else. Deactivate if necessary.
Deactivate?
Unacceptable. I'm sorry, the worst people have the thinnest skin. Wow, someone from Blue Sky talking about having a thin skin. If someone on Blue Sky says you have a thin skin, that is a burn, ladies and gentlemen.
Jeez.
But, of course, here's some of the replies to the thread sharing these screenshots saying, heartwarming. The people you despise are fighting amongst each other. Love to see it. Funny, because what Anna said there is fairly accurate, which is true about VTweeters. It was an accurate description, but unfortunately, when you pedal to the insane asylum that is known as Blue Sky and actually value their approval, they're going to turn on you very quick by having an objectively right observation about the phenomenon known as VTweeters. But anyways, here's another one saying, LOL, so one of his trans peers made a joke about him and proceeded to add them on a list. Here's another one of Marine laughing. Blue Sky is really funny because as soon as you take away their targets of hatred, normal people, radical leftists just eat each other. And that's really what Blue Sky is.
It's like I said. Their entire culture is based on hate. Their entire culture is hatred and gooning. So it's like, that's how they gain any sort of clout. Either you create the gooning material so that other people can goon, which gives you clout, or you tear people down. It's like the only two ways. They don't actually create anything except porn.
Right? It's like an insane asylum. And no normal person is frequenting.
Yeah, like fucking barbarians. Exactly, Rognar. They're fucking barbarians.
Guys, so eventually they get bored and they just start eating each other over there. And Anna Valens would return to, what do they call it, the Nazi bar, which is known as Twitter, which is very funny because all of the people, and probably including Anna, consider Elon Musk to be a massive transphobe. And then, of course, they're over here with a blue check mark directly financially supporting Elon Musk. But many such cases, it's just expected at this point from people who virtue signal about this stuff. But you can see they're definitely coping and seething on Twitter, posting a bunch of screenshots from both Twitter and Blue Sky where people are turning on them, like this individual saying, if you support Anna Valens, you support a right-wing grifter.
Wait, right-wing? What does grifter even mean? What does right-wing even mean anymore? What is this?
Who has an unhealthy and dangerous obsession with literal neo-Nazis and literal child abusers. She is a danger to everyone. She is a grifter. She's the same as any other far-right trans turf crying about evil queers. You know what?
Man.
Congratulations. Here's your target audience. This is the exact kind of person that Anna Valens was capitulating to, trying
Yep.
to impress on places like Blue Sky, and they still have a presence over here.
This is why I feel so free, to be honest. Like, guys, you have no clue. I feel so free because I don't try to please anybody. I don't. And this is why I piss off people all the time on stream. Guys, look at the comments of my new video. My video about stellar humanism, and see all the people that are fucking Leaflit's trying to make her own religion, guys. I'm like, dude, I was like telling Malcolm, I'm like, yo, Malcolm, now I'm making my own religion too, apparently. Yeah, dude, it's amazing. And there's people saying that like, oh, like Leaflet's a total fucking leftist. It's actually unreal. And by the way, like, I feel great about it because I don't give a fuck what they think. I don't give a fuck.
On Twitter, and it's just funny to see these people calling Anna Valens a right-wing grifter. See, that's what happens when words have no meaning anymore.
Well, the thing is, I have no problem disagreeing with people. That's the truth. I have no problem disagreeing with you. We're not going to agree on everything. That's just how it is. I'm going to say things you're not going to agree with. You're going to say things I'm not going to agree with. And you know what? It's fine. As long as like we have the general vision. We have the general vision. As long as we share a mission, then what does it matter? It doesn't matter. The problem with a lot of these people, like these ultra authoritarian, like Quango ass people on both sides, by the way, is that they demand 100% conformity, 100% alignment. Otherwise, they can't be associated with you. People on the left do this. People on the right do this. They both do it. And the difference is I don't really care. As long as like we're aligned for like the general goals, we can agree on 90% of things. The 10%, oh, we can talk about it. We can hash that out. We can fight that out amongst each other, right? But it doesn't mean like, oh, you don't believe, you're 10% not aligned with me. Fuck you. You're the worst, right? You fucking Nazi, right? You fucking Nazi, you fucking leftist, right? You call me like that, dude. It's unreal. It's so stupid. These people are so dumb. And yeah, again, it's totally fine to disagree. You just gotta have the same vision, and that's the whole reason. I was thinking about and it's the whole reason I was concepting out stellar humanism, because stellar humanism can bring together a lot of people towards the same like general good goal. And like even if like not everybody is aligned like religiously or like on specific individual topics, it doesn't matter because we're all going towards like a good place. We're channeling all of the everything into a good place, towards something that benefits everybody, no matter what your belief is. And that's the point behind it. Is that for Christians, the reason for it is that you want to protect that which God loves, and you want to amplify God by amplifying what God loves. That is one route. You can also be like, well, I'm a secular person, but I believe in humanity and I love humanity. I'm very pro American foundationalism. I want to protect freedom and humanity. It's the exact same goal. That's the whole reason behind it.
Throw terms like Nazi around. Everything that's close to it has no meaning whatsoever.
I'm trying to like unite everybody, basically. Unite everybody behind like a specific banner that isn't so that doesn't require 100% alignment.
Here's another one where they said, nah man, this is just wild, with this screenshot of a VTuber on Blue Sky saying the Anna Valens stuff is...
Depends on that 10% is a core belief. I mean, like, obviously, like, well, no. Actually, I can't think of a 10% that's doesn't work. What would that be? Like, what would be like a 10% uncompromised that like doesn't work with the goal? I can't even think of one. Actual Marxists or extreme religious, well, it's impossible for them to, it's impossible for those people to be aligned with the goal. It's literally impossible. Fully PDF, it's impossible for them to be aligned with the goal. The goal itself, I feel, this is why I think the goal itself is so good, that it automatically filters out almost everybody that could be a problem. Extreme religious fundamentalists, it filters them out. Any philosophy that causes problem, it filters all of that out. No, it doesn't. The Amish aren't filtered out by it, actually. They're not. Yeah, they're literally not filtered out by this. It's basically people that specifically people that want to like be left alone and do positive things that don't have like really bad externalities for society. It doesn't really matter like what they want to do. Right? It doesn't, that part doesn't matter. Those who could twist your words. Yeah, but those people are excluded as well, because they would make it harder for us to get to space. Horses and buggies into space. No, the Amish are neutral, right? Like we don't really care about people that are neutral. We care only about people that are hindering the goal. Those are the people that we have to minimize. The people like the Amish, they're neutral. They don't really do anything bad. So it's kind of like, you know, and plus like you could say that there are good that comes out of the Amish in terms of like cultural preservation for like historical purposes, which like you could say is like a good thing for the future of humanity. So you could say that they are a light benefit. They're amazing at farming. Yeah, and maybe we'll have some of those techniques or something, right? Yeah, I think it's totally compatible, I think.
Literally unsurprising on Blue Sky, saying the Anna Valens stuff is literally unsurprising at all. Like, at all. This isn't even the first time she's deactivated and went to the Nazi site to complain about people here proving her wrong. She glazes people like Kirsche and is defending a effing lolly who's probably lying for clout. Come on. It is so funny to see the misinformation, because this whole thing was fueled by hysteria and misinformation, where people like Anna Valens were trying through misinformation to ruin the life of people like Kirsche. And now, ironically enough, those same people who were the target audience of those cancel culture campaigns are now turning on Anna Valens and saying that Anna Valens is a bigot and all these things, and also a fan of Kirsche, who they tried so hard to cancel. And also this whole thing about Lolly, I'm assuming they're referring to the Mimi situation, but Anna Valens commenting on anything about Lolly is very ironic.
I heard that situation was, I heard it was a lie. I don't know that much about it, but I heard it was a lie.
Given the fact that they
I'll look
maliciously accused the VTuber agency Vweeter of not only being transphobic for hiring women for the female roles, they're talking biological women
Why would you do that?
for the female roles of their agency, but also labeled them as predators and pedo baiting because they had a lolly VTuber in their ranks.
Oh, yeah.
That was something that Anna Valens wrote on Vice, and it's still up to this day. But there's more here.
Do you think people are offended? Do you think like the anti-lolly people are offended by Piper from Zenless? Because isn't Piper like stated to be like old? She's like old, actually. Well, she's not even like elf old or anything like that. Like she's actually just an old human.
Anna Valens saying
she's like one of the best characters in Zenless.
Blue Sky thinks Kirsche is my comfort.
I didn't think that Sons would be my favorite faction. Like I really didn't think so. Like normally I'm not into like the Mad Max people, but like they're my favorite faction.
VTuber. Going back to that creep individual, that's their name. I'm not making any sort of an insult here, but they say her comfort VTuber is a Nazi. That means she's hanging out in the Nazi bar. That means she's a Nazi. Just do what we do with other Nazis. Starve her for attention. And
I'm just going to start calling these people Nazis. Like, actually. I'm just going to call them Nazis from now on. Like, next time, like, I get called a Nazi and be like, you're a Nazi.
This person says, who?
Nazi.
How many Nazi grifter VTubers do I need to watch out for nowadays? Well, I mean, it'd be endless if you're referring to individuals like this and who they consider to fall under that label, because it's literally anyone who thinks differently than them. But anyways.
It's like, you fucking Nazi. Did you even play Company of Heroes? You know how many Nazis I killed? Fucking Nazi. I know more about Nazis than you do because I played Company of Heroes. So I know you're a Nazi. Nazis would act like you. How about you? Do you know about Nazis? What do you know about the Nazis, huh?
They say down here, the comfort VTuber in question is Kirsche. I'm talking about Anna Valens, who is defending a lolly VTuber who, yada, yada, yada. And you can see the other user says, I
watched World War II in color like twice. And Saving Private Ryan, saw that movie like 20 times. How about you? What do you know about Nazis?
Thought you meant someone new. Yeah, I'm familiar with both, although wasn't...
I'm an expert in the subject, and you're a Nazi.
Anna anti-Kirsche for a while back in the day. What happened to all that?
Yeah, Band of Brothers. I saw Band of Brothers like twice.
Idiots, as they post from Blue Sky. Switch sides like I switch up my wigs, I swear. And the other person says she wrote a fluff piece for Kirsche a while back. It's pretty crazy to see misinformation leading to a bunch of buzzwords being thrown at you left and right.
This person's name is just creep.gay. Dude,
if only we've seen this play out before in the past.
By the way, did you know that I'm gay?
When Anna Valens was doing...
Hey. Nice to meet you. I'm Leaflit. Did you know that I'm gay? That's how these people are, dude.
The exact same thing to Kirsche, who obviously had something to say about all of this, saying, "That's crazy," while showing some more Blue Sky posts. Apparently, this main account on Blue Sky from Anna Valens is deactivated, and this one says, "A big reason why Blue Sky is so awful with harassment is that bad faith actors will purposefully misinform their audience by omitting key information or presenting facts dishonestly. This person claims I am dissing on VTubers who don't stream. The user left out my follow-up post saying I support them." Jeez, it's almost like context and nuance actually matters before
Oh my
you make
gosh, how does it fucking feel? How does it feel?
a determination about a person. The call is coming from inside the house, Anna Valens. This is what you do to others, and now
You think Anna Valens' article boosted Kirsche's audience overnight? It boosted my audience overnight too. Yeah, dude, I should be thanking Anna Valens. Honestly, thank you, Anna Valens. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
what's happening to you from the same group of mentally deranged people you've been trying to appeal to for years. And here's another example, quoting the one post that we saw earlier, saying, "Here's a user confusing Pippa and Kirsche, a repeat issue at this point. I cannot stress enough that you're likely seeing a lot of negative things said about me that aren't even grounded in reality, because the hate mob around me doesn't have their facts straight, nor do they care to."
Oh, how does it feel? How does it feel? This is like, like, you know that GIF that you always post crazy with the fucking, was it the paper? The papers? And he drops like the papers and he's like, this is literally like that, dude. Oh my goodness, it's just so perfect. This is so perfect, man. Oh god, this is is it a Bach meme? Is it a Bach meme? Oh wait, I need that. Right there. Hold on. Can I open this meme right here? Yeah, hold on. This one right here. Chat right here. That's exactly how I feel right now.
Yes, this has happened before with your exact articles on Kirsche. It's just so ironic to see it come around and hit them the same way they were hoping it would hit Kirsche. And now Anna Valens is being eaten alive by their...
because it's what they do. It's what they do all the time, is that they just make shit up about people. They make shit up about people constantly, and they just push it as hard as they fucking can to get everyone to believe it. And it's like, now Anna Valens is like, wait a minute, these people are making up shit about me and just pushing it and pushing it about me, and people are believing it. Yeah, how does it fucking feel? That's what I've been saying the whole time. What's it like now?
Called a Nazi and even a Kirsche supporter. And also to clarify too, whether you like Pippa or Kirsche, on Blue Sky they're going to call you a Nazi for that anyway. So I don't really understand why the distinction even matters. But you can see replies to the thread from Kirsche. This person saying, "Gee whiz, being accused of being a Nazi, being misquoted, being dragged by a mob. Guess karma has a sense of humor." That it does. And then this person says, "The Will Stancil of VTubing." And once I heard that, I could not unhear it. It is so accurate. Like, couple phrases come to mind. You know, I can see them sitting there on Twitter with all these people on Blue Sky turning on them saying, you know, somebody's gotta do something, or it do be like that, Mr. Stancil. I mean, there's so much that can go here, but yeah, the Will Stancil of VTubing. That's a good one. But here's another reply saying it's genuinely heartwarming that there's not a single person on either side that likes him. And Kirsche says he's done the Herculean task of getting deranged Blue Sky leftists and Twitter sphere chuds to agree on something. And then Anna Valens, in their continued crash out, says, "Politically, I wonder if Blue Sky was one of the worst decisions the online left made, siloing themselves off from the rest of the net and building a site growing more and more prone to toxicity and misinformation and conspiratorial thinking and harassing minors. If you use Twitter, you're at the Nazi bar with the site programmed with AI and filled with college kids who can clearly use Kiwi Farms is fine, okay. And then this user really just sums up the type of people that Anna's been catering to. The Nazi bar analogy just seems like a misremembered anecdote anyways. Twitter is a service owned by Nazis that treat Nazis favorably, which is still bad, but nobody maps onto a lot of other things in our society where the core dynamic is concerned. I mean, what is this person even saying? Are they saying that this is a service owned by Nazis? What are you doing here? What are all you doing here? Because at the end of the day, you guys all think this place is ran by Nazis one way or another, and you're just here still using it. Because, I mean, what else are you going to do at this point, right? But yeah, I wonder if Blue Sky was a bad idea. Oh, really? I think everyone knew Blue Sky was a bad idea the second it was created.
I'm totally fine with Blue Sky existing. Good thing it exists, to be honest. I'm glad it exists. It should keep existing.
Because, well, it did section people off. It served as an insane asylum.
No, chat, do not hail chat, do not hail Leaflit. Okay, guys, come on, guys, come on.
What sane person has a presence over at Blue Sky? It's not worth your time or your sanity. But the only thing I will say is I hope Blue Sky continues. Because Blue Sky, ironically enough, has really served itself as a way to hold all these people. It really is an insane asylum. It's a place where all the craziest people go and at least quarantines them off for a little bit. Because the second Blue Sky falls, guess where they're going? They're going back to Twitter. Now, of course, that makes it easier to farm them for content and stuff like that. But yeah, at least they're contained on one spot. But then again, a lot of these people, Anna included, are duo posting on Blue Sky and Twitter all the time anyways, because they need that dopamine rush from being on multiple platforms at the same time. But we've come a long way, right? We've come a long way from back in 2025 where Anna was trying to cancel Kirsche for being a Nazi and trying to get their sponsors pulled, and a lot of it was fueled by misinformation and cutting out context. And now, well, that same stuff is happening right back to them thanks to deranged users on Blue Sky they were catering to for so long.
Dude, isn't it so crazy to think, dude, how is this timeline like this? Think of all of the things that had to happen for things to not get fucked. It's actually insane. Like, think about this. Elon buys X. Trump barely evades being shot. What the hell? Yeah,
and on top of that,
it's been crazy.
They're now saying that Anna Valens is a fan of Kirsche. That is...
Trump almost got shot again. In fact, I heard he almost got shot again like a couple days ago. Is that true? Like, what is happening?
That's really the cherry on top of this entire situation. But yeah, it's the consequences of your own actions. When you engage in life ruination and cancel culture, eventually it comes back around to get you as well. But this time was just very, very funny to watch. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed, please like this video and also consider subscribing and turning on your notifications to be in the know of daily uploads over here and also the multiple streams I'm doing here on YouTube currently. Would love to see you at one of those streams. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Damn, they're getting desperate, aren't they? The crazies are getting really desperate. I'll link you guys the video. That was a really good Rev video.